There we go. Now you can hear me. We live. Yeah, get all this stuff off. What's new in y'all world? Woo.
How y'all doing, everyone?
The start of the show be so intense. Jeez.
So intense.
It be intense. Alexa, turn the lights on. Hey, come close.
Okay. By the way, going forward, I could give shorter replies, and sometimes just play the sound. Would you prefer that?
Yes.
Alright. I've turned on brief mode, where I talk less. You can always turn it off in the Alexa app, under settings.
Thanks. Well, that's what's new in my world.
You can also turn it off.
Everybody's good. You having some technical difficulties, Frank?
Oh no. I'm doing some magic over here. That's what I'm working on right now.
Gosh.
Working on some magic right now. So
I don't even want to know.
What kind of magic would that be?
I'm working on some magic right now.
Are you cooking? Reading?
Oh, yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm cooking something on a truck too. But at the same time, in the meantime, between time, my day was nice. Try to get my truck worked on today. I was at the little window trying to get my truck together, and I was filling out this paperwork, and I feel something crawling on me. Thought it was a little bug, but I raised my own pit up. Next thing you know, I got stung by a nasty old stinking ass bee. And when they looked,
did you really?
I'm serious.
What kind of bee? Like a wasp?
Look. No, it was a honeybee. So look, it caught me like right under here. And the guys at the window, I say, and he looking at me, he just looking at me. I said, I just got stung by a bee, and he just looking at me. He like looking at me, and he got his mask on, I got my mask on. I said, I got stung by a bee. He just looking at me. I said, I just got stung by a bee. So he just looking at me, and the bee come out, and I see the bee wiggling, and you know when they sting you, they gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So he wiggling his life away, and I feel the stinger still creeping up in my arm. And I'm like, hey, look, the stinger's still right here. It's right there. He's just looking at me like, oh God. I can't help you. But I'm like, damn, I'm going through some pain, and the beat going this way. Y'all come help me or something. He's just looking. He just looking. And I'm like, bruh. And I had to take my whole shirt off halfway in front of everybody and show my little muscles, you know, and my tattoo. So
let's get back to the B. The B. Poor B.
So look, poor little Tink Tink, he even took his wife, stanging me and shit. So I pulled it out and I showed him, he said, he looking at me. I had to put my camera and said, look, see, there go the stanger right there. Then the other guy come around, later, I'm talking about a few minutes later, everything over with. I'm starting to finish signing the paper. He said, look, there you go some alcohol rubs for you to make things a little better. I'm like, bruh, it's too late now. Like when I asked out for my help, everybody's just looking at me crazy. See, this what happened to COVID-19. Nobody want to help. Everybody's looking at you. They're gonna die. They're gonna let you die before they help you. Crazy, man. Crazy. But yeah, that was new in my world. You did. So, I mean.
So hey. it must still hurt and it's swollen.
I ain't gonna lie. There's a knot right there under my arm. And when I went to go get some more of my equipment for my load, look what happened. The beast started, some more bees started crawling on me, on my keys and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? I got nectar on me or something? Like, why would these bees messing with me, man? Shit.
Whatever.
Oh man.
I know I got a big heart and I'm sweet and all, but come on, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. That's all I ask. Let me breathe.
What's new in your world, Faye?
You know?
That dude always does something.
Well, I kind of experienced something not quite like that, but I did get hurt last week. It's been a week now. No, I have a boo-boo on my finger. You know, I have a boo-boo. I always seen you know, chefs and people on the line like cut themselves in the kitchen at the restaurant. And like, wow, I had never cut myself like this. It was like my finger is still numb. Like it's healing now, but it's still numb. Yeah. So it's healing pretty fast. I put some first aid colloidal silver gel, which works really well for, you know, it's like an antibacterial, antimicrobial aid. And then I put some of this salve that just had like a whole bunch of different things in it, and I just kept it shut. And it's amazingly like it doesn't hurt as much. Like I can put pressure on it now. So yeah, so that's healing. And just some dealing with some like bullshit HOA in this area where I live. This woman that runs this complex, she is a Nazi. Sorry, did I say that?
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God.
See that bad? Oh man.
Oh my, no, she's like hounding everybody on like parking spaces and, you know, but
wait.
See, that's why I couldn't be.
There's still something fixed. There's like roofing outside of the door that still hasn't been fixed for like months now, and then she's like hounding about parking. She really irritated me, man. I'm telling you, this past few weeks since like Mars went into Aries, I've been feeling super fucking aggro. Sorry to swear.
Okay.
Seriously, I have just been feeling it so much in the last week and a half or so. And in combination with you know, the Cancer new moon, and it can be like, huh?
I say, yeah, we're gonna talk about the new moon. We have questions.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's all good. Like Cancer's generally, you know, Cancer is like a easygoing. It's just a very, it's a cool sign. It's just that if you combine it with some Aryan energy, it can get intense, you know? So, and we're still like finally coming out of post shadow of Mercury retrograde. So it was like, it went direct last week, but then like still not completely out. Like there's still residue, which that's pretty much going to be finished this weekend. So we'll be completely out of the clear.
For later because we have questions. So, I mean, what's new in my world? I had something. I had a full day. Like today is Wednesday, and it just feels like I just went through a whole week, and I still have 2 more days. It's been really, really crazy. I have several projects going on. I'm working with my best friend with her foundation, Science Hands Foundation, putting something together, and it's like I just been moving. Like literally, I go to work, I get off work, I come back to work, doing something totally different. And then, of course, I still have to be a mom. I still got to cook and everything else. So it's been one of those days. Like yesterday, from 7 a.m. till about 11 p.m., I was consistently moving. I don't know how I do it, but by the grace of God, I do.
At Starbucks, baby.
Wait, I didn't hear you say it again.
I said, it's that Starbucks, baby.
I didn't have any yesterday. I don't think. Did I go to Starbucks yesterday, y'all?
Yeah.
Or was it Chick-fil-A? Oh, it was Chick-fil-A. No. But I got it today. So hopefully this don't keep me up. For some reason, this one keeps me up. But the regular coffee, it doesn't. I don't know. But we have an interesting show today. Of course, y'all can see the title on there. I'm just trying to show off my tattoo. Do y'all see these comments? You mad, huh? We have what? We're talking about entanglements. We got the Nicki Minaj. We're going to talk about trafficking, Kanye West for president, and the new moon in Cancer. So let's start off with entanglements. We're not going to talk about this too much because we did talk about it on our last show. But was it Monday?
Last week.
Yeah, last week. I think it either was Sunday. I think he released this Entanglements new single. Entanglements new single, August Alsina with Rick Ross. It was released. This is my world. Welcome to my world, kids. But yeah. So Rick Ross, I believe, and it's August Alsina's song. Rick Ross is in it. It's called Entanglements, his new single. And of course, you know what they're talking about. So it's not so much the song. It's not a song that I'm going to bump in my car, but it was kind of interesting because that's really what they should do. Capitalize on the moment, you know, and make money off of it. So, I mean, I think in the midst of it all, why not make money?
It's got a cool beat.
Yeah, it's like, why not make money off of it, you know? Why not? Wait, what Bando win?
And the first thing he says is entanglement is entangling in the sheets.
Right, entangling with me, right? I'm like, well, you know, since you did.
But you're still fucking with me.
Right. So I was like, well, he mentioned something about being in the hallway, like, you know, creeping in the hallway and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, like, okay. That's how y'all did things? I guess so. What are we losing some stuff here? Where's everybody? I know, right? I want to show by myself. We losing people. What is it? Is it because we mentioned entanglements? No, it can't be. All right, let me close some of this stuff. All right. I wanted to keep Facebook up. Oh, wait. Did I hear Bando?
Check it out. That's some disrespectful stuff right there, yo. Some real disrespectful.
Hey, y'all didn't see that pause? Anybody else had a glitch, or was it just me?
Nah, I don't think so. I didn't see no. I'm trying to adjust my light. God damn.
Is that
yes, I did. I had a glitch.
I was about to say, is that the new moon?
I was like, oh, I'm still on mute.
Nah, Bando, you upside down.
Oh, man.
Up, I
What
said,
about
Real
now?
time.
is this the result
I'm
of the
good
new
now?
moon?
I'm good now? I'm still upside down?
No, you good.
All right, then.
All right. What were you
Yeah,
saying,
so,
babe? Wait,
Frank.
no, it was Bando.
oh,
Bando, you was talking. What you
yeah,
said
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
entanglements
yeah.
and
I
adjusting your
was
life?
saying, I said that was just damn disrespectful. Tanglement in the hallway and then getting a bypass and Will Smith hallway going, knock down his wife. But I'm gonna just say this though. Will Smith, I'm gonna say August, he come from way from New Orleans downtown, and he got Jada. I'm just like, man, that's they put New Orleans on the map. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people try to, how many people try to get at Jada?
Well,
Tupac
I knew at
came
some point that part was gonna come up. That don't have nothing to do with
in.
nothing. Don't put
Hey,
him on no
hey,
pedestal.
hey. He got Tupac couldn't even knock Jada down, so entanglement with August Cena got it done. You know what I'm saying? So
Correction.
I
You don't know
mean,
what Tupac knocked down. Exactly. You
what
don't
did
know
he?
what Tupac knocked down. He probably
Yeah,
just
I
didn't
have to
say
agree
nothing.
with her because you never know.
Well, I'll tell you this though. He sure didn't knock Jada down because they was talking about the entanglement. So she ain't mentioned him in no entanglement. So yeah. That's Lord.
Whatever. All
Whatever.
right.
She's all whatever.
So, whatever. They made, in other news, we all know that Miss Nicki Minaj, she's pregnant. And that, she got married, I think what was October last year sometime? What's, do y'all know her husband's name?
What, husband name?
Kenneth Petty.
You said
Kenneth Petty.
Kenneth Petty.
Kenneth Petty, yeah.
Gotcha.
He's a rapper.
Oh, really? Never knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was curious.
Never knew that.
That is a voluptuous image of her.
Yeah, don't you think so? So I think she's really pretty pregnant. It's cool. This is her first child. What they said, she retired, well, I guess sometime last year, this year. I think it's pretty cool, that she's starting her family. And I don't know much about the guy at all. I don't know the music that he makes or anything of that nature. But congrats.
Yeah.
What'd you say about that, Frank?
I'm gonna say it was a sneaky pregnancy. I'm gonna just say that it was a sneaky pregnancy. Cause I ain't know.
I disagree.
I ain't know shit.
Because do you follow?
Listen.
Yeah, wait. I'm gonna tell you why you didn't know. Do you follow her on like any type of platform? Because she gave clues. She gave many clues. I don't follow her, but I want to say she discovered it sometime in February. So I mean, if it was in February, because she kind of made some hints. There was something when she went to Trinidad and she performed. She was pregnant then because her husband was rubbing her belly and he was saying, in Trinidad with my dad. And he was rubbing her belly. So I was like, all right, she got to be pregnant. Even the people, in the comments, they figured it. I think she had a video that recently was released. I'm not sure which video. I didn't see it. But it was, I guess, every part either she was sitting down or was taken above her belly and stuff like that. I mean, I don't blame her for it. Everybody has a right to enjoy their pregnancy. Because think about it. If everybody knew and, the paparazzi and stuff like that, they wouldn't have. I don't think she would have had the peace to be able to enjoy it. So
yeah, that's one of the reasons. I mean, because everybody's just all up in your business.
Well, like I said, it was a sneaky pregnancy and it was a sneaky marriage. There was no paparazzi picked it up, nobody picked it up. You know what I'm saying? So it was just going sneaky. It was a sneaky thing move, you know? So what they gonna name the baby? What the baby gonna be?
I don't know. If it's a girl, it might be.
What's she about? 12 months?
12 months?
How many months in the year?
Did you really say 12 months? I think I know she's in her third trimester, obviously. She's probably maybe between 6 and 7. Something like that.
Oh, really? Well, she looks large.
Yeah, I mean, you got what? I mean, she might be between. I know. Well, no, the trimester. So that's just 7, 8, and your 9th month. So she probably 7 months, 8 months. I know she's. If I'm tracking it correctly, she should be somewhere around that time. Somewhere around that time.
I'm trying to get my camera right now. I'm having a Metro hangover over here with this bullshit, man. I don't know what's going on today. God damn it.
Do not do it.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on, we coming.
Actually, no, I'm not dying.
Hold on. Yeah. But yeah, so the Nicki Minaj and all that going on, I mean, I wonder why she never, tuned in with the going for president situation with Kanye West, but I guess she been having some business. She been,
we're gonna talk about that
making some magic. In
the marriage life, the married life. She's enjoying, being a wife, and now being a first time, like being a mother. I don't know much about the guy. I haven't read any good comments of him, on social media and things like that, talking about his financial status. And why are my lights yellow? Alexa, turn the lights white.
My number one stunner. What?
Alexa, turn the lights.
No, we don't want to play with Alexa right now. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm glad she's happy. I haven't heard many great comments about her husband as far as, like I said, his financial status, things of that. But I don't know what he does. I've never heard any of his music or anything like that, so I don't know. But I would say congrats to her. I guess when you are in that bracket, when you make that much money, you're really not concerned what the other person has or don't have. I don't know. So if she's happy, I'm happy. I mean, she looks happy. I know they got married I think they were dating for less than a year. They said that they got married in less than a year of knowing each other. You ain't gonna stop till I kick you out. I'm gonna kick you outside. Outside.
Oh, man.
So that's that. So I think the next thing we were talking about was the trafficking.
What?
And we wanted to bring this up.
So with that being said, sorry to interrupt. With that being said, did y'all know that her brother was sentenced to 25 years in prison for repeatedly raping an 11-year-old girl?
Whose brother?
Nicki's, yes. I found it out along the way. It was several months ago. I mean, it was like 6 months ago. The article came out already, but I was checking her out, and then there was that came up in my search, and I thought, wow, that's really interesting. 11-year-old girl.
Wow.
Yeah, he was messing with that. So 25 years in prison.
Because my son was telling me something earlier today, but he was saying that they were saying something about her husband was convicted like a sex offender. So maybe he might have misread that, and it was her brother.
It was her brother.
Wow.
Yeah, because they have the same last name. His name is, I can't remember his first name now, but he's a Minaj too.
Right.
Nah, damn it. All that shenanigan going on.
Yeah. What you read earlier, was that Nicki Minaj? Was that her husband that you read or her brother?
What's his name? Petty?
Petty.
His last name Petty?
His last name is Petty, yeah.
Sex offender, California law.
Oh, he said Petty, sex offender, California law.
I read that off of...
He pulled it up earlier because I wasn't sure, but he said his last name was Petty. And I guess it's in California.
Really? Okay. Maybe I misread that.
But she was saying her brother, too. That Nicki Minaj's brother.
Are they all sex offenders?
He said they all sex offenders. Hey, not funny.
No.
No.
Oh, she said all of them. Say? You got Newsweek.
Newsweek.com. I don't know.
It was in Newsweek.com, so I don't know how legit that is.
I don't know how reputable they are.
Newsweek.com was saying that Petty was a sex offender. I don't know, or perhaps that was...
Billboard.com?
Oh, Billboard.com. I don't know. But,
Lordy.
I don't know.
People.com.
Well, going into that, we were talking about... And this is definitely nothing to laugh about, nothing funny. It's very disturbing, and in cases, it's really hard to think about and even talk about. But I did see a few posts come across Facebook exposing Wayfair. It was really interesting, kind of crazy. Like, so they would have like a cabinet, like an office filing cabinet that may cost between maybe $8,000 to
$19,000.
$1,000, right. But in normal prices,
$19,000 for a cabinet.
Right, but this particular cabinet was like $11,000. And if you would pay attention to the name of the cabinet, it would either include the
child missing.
Right, I should have captured the photo of it, but it would have the missing child, their first name and their last name. And I think one of them had the last name of Duplessis. And then when you look at the file cabinet, it had like Duplessis type in whatever cabinet. There was actually a baby book, like an album, like a regular baby album that you may pay $5, $10 for, or in some cases $20, depending on the design of the book. But this particular book was like $20,000. I mean, and I know Wayfair is one of those. It's almost like the Walmart of furniture and things of that nature. So they have multiple vendors. I'm not sure if they do anything to actually screen what's being put up there. But it's like people like it's Wayfair. But it's technically, it's Wayfair because it's almost like eBay. Like you have multiple multiple sellers. So that's how Wayfair is. You have multiple vendors that are selling their product and using the Wayfair platform. But I'm sure there's some type of process that they would need to go through to be approved, to be an approved vendor. I don't know. I'm just not sure how that has slipped by Wayfair unless they're in on it as well. So, very
because
disturbing.
high-profile people participate in pedophilia. So that's just the fact of the matter. Just gonna keep
so you're telling me a book costs $20 and he's selling kids through a book?
So I think you have to, it's a baby book. So it's not the book that they're selling, it's the infant. So to represent that it's a baby, you would put a baby book. Perhaps. That's the only thing I can think, because that baby book costs way more than the other filing cabinets that were there.
It's coding. That's what it is. That's all they're doing. It's all coding. Yeah.
Right. So that was
I mean, because for people who are looking for that, and they know, because they know where to look, because they're probably, I'm sure they are informed of where to shop for these things, quote. So it's not like a mystery, you know? I mean, who is going to buy a filing cabinet that looks so cheap for 10 grand?
I know.
It's too weird. Like,
it was just a normal metal filing cabinet.
Yeah. And then it matches the name of the missing child or children. There was a few of them.
There was a few of them, and my thing is like, it's such a bold move because I mean, if I can figure it out, everybody else can figure it out too, you know. So,
but they all think that we're stupid, you know, that we're not. They just all think that we're so dumbed down through whatever they want to control us with, through movies, through music, through all of that, you know. I don't want to condemn it, because it's like, entertainment is great, but they definitely use it as a tool for mind control, you know what I'm saying? And so that people can just like not be hip to what's going on, you know. But like, we've got the internet now, and you know, people out there who have been knowing about all this for years, you know, finally have a vessel to let some shit out, you know, because I'm pretty sure they've been holding on to that angst for a while. Because man, it bothers me every day. It bothers me every single day. I feel it, you know, and you know, it's like I don't have to think about it all the time, but just that the fact that this is happening, you know.
That mean they done got real smart on how they gonna, you know, trafficking kids now. Now I ain't gonna say smart, but to buy, to, you know, sell it online instead of it, like, you know what I'm saying, they went viral with it, but on a slick way. It's just crazy, like, it's crazy. But that's why I say, go ahead.
No, you finish what you're saying.
But that's why I say, even with the like, because a lot of stuff, you know, believe it or not, like I say, when people be marching and all that, they gotta be careful and pay attention to their surroundings when they bring kids out there, and, you know, bring the kids out there, because that's the most time that these, you know, the most time is when, you know, people are looking to prey on something like that when you're not paying attention, because you all, I mean, they can be right on the side of you, you know, marching with you, but really, you know, about to snatch you up, or either, you know what I'm saying, you know, because they be marching late at night, and the next thing you know, they be, you know, camping out with each other, cooling with each other. Next thing you know, they be like, hey, did you see, you know, Martha or someone, you know, did you see it? You know, I ain't seen it in the last couple of days or so, and that's how that happened, like, you know. They just gotta be aware of what they're doing, like, pay attention. So, like, pay attention to your surroundings. Like, it's real serious out here. It's real out here. So, yeah.
Well, and with that being said, that's a perfect segue to say that, you know, there's still protests happening, and the media just keeps egging it on, you know, for these systemic race issues, which, you know, it's like, yes, we know that it exists, and, you know, it needs to be rectified. I mean, really already. But it's also a detraction from another serious epidemic, which is, you know, child trafficking, basically. You know, you've got COVID, which is the pandemic, and then you have this serious matter. Children are like missing. And if you do your research on it, man, there's some stuff out there where it can be pretty graphic how they explain on what actually happens with the kids, you know, and especially the younger kids, the babies, you know. The older ones, they get molested, sexually abused, but the little ones, they're the ones who really, you know, that's enough to make you angry, freak you out, make you cry. Yeah, hurt a motherfucker.
Yeah, for real.
Doing that.
I'm about to say it like it is.
You know, enough is enough.
Yeah.
Whew.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so that's, you know, yeah, that I totally get your point, Frank.
Yeah, I mean,
we all gotta watch our back.
Yeah, be more protective. Be more protective. That's all I can say, man. I mean, do what you gotta do, but at the same time, keep that shield up at the same time at all times. Like
sensible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, on a lighter note.
Thank you.
Something really funny I saw of Kanye on IG.
Wait, are you
50
talking?
Cent. 50 Cent. The one that the video that 50 Cent had posted.
I wonder if this
Kanye, the video. She was like, "Oh hell no, we are out of here," because he was talking about
abortion.
He went to talking about Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
Harriet Tubman. She was an abolitionist, right? And she was an activist in like, you know, the 18th century, during like the Civil War, you know, and she was real huge on like getting people out of, you know, their slavery situation.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, but actually, you know, Harriet Tubman didn't actually like help them slaves out. She just like basically took the slaves and then handed them over to some other white folk. And she said that. He said that, and then whoever was videoing, she was like, "Oh hell no, let's go."
Wow, I thought you was gonna say the one where he was talking about abortion, and he started crying.
What? Yeah. Oh, that one too. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what he was crying about, but they were like, "Oh, he's not been normal ever since he lost his mother."
Yep.
You know what? I agree with that.
And I didn't even know that. I didn't even know he lost his mama.
Yeah, he lost his mama. Ever since then, he ain't been right. He's just been on a ramps from him. Like that's why I said, I want to like to know how much tank do Kim have in her tank to deal with him? Like where's the threshold?
I don't
Where's
know.
the threshold?
I heard some rumors of her wanting a divorce. I don't know how true that is. But
yeah, I was seeing that on Twitter. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I mean, she been through it all. The kids in Africa, giving them shoes, through him in his mega church, riding on a donkey, falling off. I mean, she been through it all. Now he running for president. She knows she don't want to live in the White House. Like, no, Kanye. Like, no, I can't leave and go to the White House and stay in that house. Like, Kanye, I've been through everything with you. You know, I can't do it. So I don't know.
So how this gonna? I mean, if he go for president, see, that's what I'm saying is a big distraction because the other one talking about she want a divorce. But don't you know if he run for president, he need a first lady on side. He can't be going and getting the president and getting a divorce.
I will tell you right now, he is not gonna get a black vote. Hey, I mean, not a whole lot. If he's gonna be denoting Harriet Tubman, she is not going to get the black vote.
But as you see on my screen, he said everybody that has a baby, they're going to get $1 million.
Who said that?
Everybody that has a baby gets $1 million. Kanye West.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, I'm not making it up. It was on Google. It's on the screen. You guys
he's been drinking too much.
I don't know. He's been drinking a lot.
If he's saying if he get in office, he gonna get everybody $1 million.
That's what he said.
Have a baby. Man, boy,
$1 million of his billions of money.
Man, that boy already talking about putting
he's not gonna have a whole lot left over.
Putting the country in deflation already with that shenanigan.
Well, speaking of the country and running presidents, y'all know that is literally, I wrote it down, it's like 6 weeks until the November election. Wait, no it's not. Is it 6 weeks? No,
November 6th is the election day.
It's 6 weeks. Look at me. There's something else. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's been one of them days. I've been writing so much stuff.
Are you guys gonna have your primary in your state? Or what do you call that? Are y'all about to vote?
No, I read. You know what? I'm mixing my stories up. My bad. It's not 6 weeks until then. I'll catch back on that. I was listening to. So what I do, I look at a lot of stuff on YouTube all day, dealing with finance, and then of course dealing with Trump. But I did read up on the Biden, his Build Back Better plan. Can you say that 5 times fast? Build back better. Build back better. Build back better.
Say it again.
It's a build back. All the B's for Biden. Build back better.
Build back better, Biden.
Build back better, Biden.
So he has 3 parts. I caught it on the 3rd part. Well, this is something that he actually planned to do. He proposes to increase pay and training for caregivers to reduce turnover and recruit more workers to join and stay in the field. He would like to provide tax credit for businesses to build more child care facilities to improve homes and for the elderly and disabled. He also proposes a refundable tax credit of $8,000 for families with a child under 13 years old, or $16,000 for families with more than 1 child. I read that already. He proposed that no family with children under 5 years old with an income less than 1.5 times the state average would pay more than 7% of their income on child care. Y'all know how expensive child care is. The federal and state governments would provide subsidies to those families on a sliding scale under this proposal. He proposes a universal preschool for 3- and 4-year-old children through tax credits and subsidies. And of course, like I said, he supports the construction of more child care facilities through tax credits. So he has a larger plan, but I thought that was pretty cool. That he's kind of focusing on. I can't wait till the debates when they actually start to really hear like the plan in full, exactly what he's talking about. Of course, this debate is going to be one of the most interesting presidential debates with them two. When he debated with Hillary, that was interesting as well. So, Biden is one of those people that he speaks what he feels. They were talking about, but I wanted to say something. Yeah, because I was about to go into the stimulus and all this other stuff because it's. Go ahead. It's just so much.
They need to hurry up.
Well, that's the problem. They're at a stalemate because they're supposed to have a decision.
Have a due date, and they're still flopping around. So
it's so chaotic.
They're gonna push it back. That's all.
But this is the
you guys decided to do a 1-month lockdown. So can you please be accountable?
So
for the people, especially for the people that are really struggling and have lost their freaking business.
It's not even for the people because it's so crazy. So right now they're at a stalemate. They haven't made a decision. Nobody really knows how much the stimulus would be. They know something is coming, but not so much. Your food right there on the table. But not so much how it's going to be. Speaking of the Senate, they have to make a decision by Friday. And the thing about it is today is Wednesday and they're still debating. It's just, all I can say is chaos. So the Senate just asked the White House, I want to say yesterday, for a list of things they would like in the stimulus package. And I have a little bit of that list. That list was to remove any contact testing for COVID, to remove funding for the CDC global funding. Basically, no testing. Why would you remove that from the stimulus? Why would you move the money, the funds for that? They need that. We need it more so, especially now. Another ironic thing is that he wanted a new building for the FBI. I thought he didn't like the FBI. But
Trump was?
Yeah, this is the list from the White House. So I'm assuming that I'm not assuming. They said that he wanted to build a new building, a new FBI building to be close to the Trump Tower. Maybe so he can keep an eye on them. I don't know. They wanted payroll tax credits. which they have the Democrats and most Republicans do not support, because the payroll taxes goes towards Medicaid and Social Security funds. So they also had something about the funding for education, which 10% of that is going to private and public schools towards reopening. They have some significant funds. As far as small businesses, they have a second round of the forgivable loans that they've been giving out to them, and be like that $600 per week. They're saying maybe closer to $200 to $400 per week for the federal stimulus unemployment insurance. So I think that it's either at the end of this week or next week that most people who are getting that federal stimulus unemployment, that should be actually ending, which means they're going to go back to unemployment, which is probably not going to be enough. I mean, it's crazy. On the flip side to all of that, our housing market has increased like 19%. They were saying that there were most people, especially like if you live in the suburbs versus the city, people are literally moving out of the city and trying to go into suburbs, I guess, to get away from COVID, perhaps. But the interest rate on houses is really low. So if anybody, of course, this is the perfect time if you're looking to buy a house, because
it always is during a depression.
Yeah, the interest rates are low, and even refinance. If you got your house and you're thinking of refinancing, this is a great time to refinance. That's kind of interesting. So, NFL. I'm on it today. The NFL, they said over 95 players have tested positive for COVID-19.
Everybody better shut down with that. No more. Hey, you know what? Don't even go into more with that. We already know about that.
Well, they say New York. They already said that they're going to do the no audience. So I guess they're going to have the fake crowd noise. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. But they say the rookies are to report to the training camps on this coming Tuesday. And the rest of the players will report on July 28th. So it's a good question though, because without the crowd, you're going to be able to hear them talk. Don't they have the mics on and they'll turn it on? Because they curse a lot.
Cursing their ass out.
Yes. So, how is that going to work?
Yeah, you can hear them swearing up a storm.
Yeah, how is that going to work? That they do. Yeah. So this stimulus update is the stimulus debate. The deadline is this Friday. So that's going to determine. I missed the most important part about the stimulus, because they're talking about that $1,200 direct payment. That most people received. They have some Republicans, they don't want to give checks at all. And I'm not sure what happened. Did I do that? Some Republicans,
no.
Yeah, I think I refreshed by mistake. But anyway, some Republicans don't want to have like another check or anything at all. You have some that they want to highly target, like low income Americans, dependents. If you are at their own little meeting room, it's so wow. So
childcare, you say?
No, basically you get tax credit if you have children. So he said that 8,000 sure.
Oh, I'm about to say that.
I mean, he's just all of that. It's good to hear, but by the time don't just get excited at what you hear, because I can get a child. Just enough time. We coming back. All right. So what we have? We were talking about the new moon.
Yeah. So the new moon is in Cancer, and it just happened. That went into effect yesterday. new moon cycles are always great for starting over the cycle. So it, you know, every month we have a chance to start over and do what we wanted to do the last cycle, or do better than we did the last cycles before. Yeah, isn't that such a gift to just give you a chance to start over every single month? So yeah, the new moon is a really good time to, like, you know, write down things that very familial type of energy, and you know, they love their home, like to dial it in, where it happened everything was just so hectic. It was like Mercury was in retrograde, and I think that if people were trying to like connect with people and to like come from a nurturing space, it probably was a little bit more difficult because everything was off. So now that we're coming out of that, like I was saying earlier, June, and like I was saying earlier, like I've just been feeling like super annoyed lately. I've just been feeling challenged with other people's air. We can talk about that later, since that's not even in the picture yet. Mars in retrograde. How do I keep up with the moons? The blood moons are occasional. I can't. We had on the road, I felt like someone was gonna jump out or something and like be like, rah!
I don't know, but I just wouldn't put it past anomaly going on. What you think about UFOs? You think they're real?
I haven't had like a direct encounter with ETs, but Sedona is the only place where I've ever noticed them very clearly. And it tripped me out that the last year I lived in Oakland, before I came back here, I saw something that was just so unusual, and I was like, this is crazy, because I would never see them in the city. Oh. You know, because there's just too much going on. There's a lot of noise, there's light pollution, you've got, you know, telephone wires and everything. Here you can see things, you know, like there's no light.
Phone home.
I mean, there's the reason why.
I'm thinking.
ET